Okay, I'm reloaded. Big Dappuccino here. This is going to be, I'm going to call this Fabulous 50's Car Show Challenge. I used to call these showcases, but I know that my fellow collectors like to get in the action and give their similar castings or cars that they own that are similar. So we're going to deal with the 50's. Lately, I think during the last decade or so, maybe this last millennium, muscle cars became a thing. I think had something to do with the Fast and the Furious movies and the movie Gone in 60 Seconds with Nicolas Cage and Angelina Jolie. And a lot of muscle cars from the 60s and the 70s pretty much ended up getting most of the spotlight, and mainly the 50's get ignored. Ignored. I'm sorry. And like right now, I have a 1959 Cadillac Eldorado right now on the turntable display, and that's from this. The maker of this car is Johnny Lightning. You know, I always deal with 164 scale. My regular subscribers to my YouTube channel know that, but just in case there's new people watching this, gotta get that information. And it's a good model. I think this one came out in 2020, and I had been trying to find one for a long time, so I finally found that 59 Eldorado. We'll move that over there because that was just an extra. That's not where we're going. Of course, I think past couple years, like past 5 years, I guess, to most car collectors, diecast car collectors, especially if they just collect the most popular brand, which is Hot Wheels, which you can find out. But this is a premium that came out in 2018, and this is for the more advanced like collectors, and it costs a little bit more as opposed to $1 to, I think, some Hot Wheels in some places can be like $1.49 to two and some change. This is, I think this, you get this for $5.49, under $6. In some places they'll charge you like $6.50. But I found this at Barnes and Noble at the time because I couldn't find it at Walmart and Target, and it only costed me, I think it costed me, I want to say four. I think it was five and some change. I think $5. I don't think it was $4. Might have been. I know that I had other one cars in this series, uh, a Dodge Coronet and a Mercury Cyclone from the Drag Strip Demons in 2018. That I only paid. I think I paid $2.50 for one, $2.50 and $3 and something for one, because they had them on discount. I kind of think the cashier hooked me up, but because he was kind of friendly. But I think they was kind of trying to get rid of them because it was around Christmas time. They had display up. It was the 50th anniversary of Hot Wheels, and and this year I was able to pick up this M2, which is pretty much the same thing, of 1955 gasser. And this is a little more. The doors open on this one. And this is by a company called M2, which most of us know about. Haven't seen too many people talk about this one. I think it has a lot to do with the color. It's not that flashy. Brown and tan, brown with tan interior, but it has a metal flake paint. And with that said, let's get into more of the car. Sorry for my arm being in the way. First, we're going to go back and look at something that's pretty much more commonplace that most people can pick up, even though it's a little older. This is 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air, 2010 HW Performance. As you can see, it's metallic. They say it's metallic gold and black. Debuted in Auto Affinity Rockin' Rods in 2004. This casting was discontinued in 2015. It's designed by Larry Wood. I ordered this one through Amazon, I want to say 3 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago. So I might have had this since 2018, 2017 or 2018. You can see it has the kind of like pro stock, like racing graphics with the Edo Brock. Of course, they make engine heads. And it's got the 283 HP on the hood, which is strange because 283 is actually, I think, well, they had a 258 engine, so okay. Next, let's move on. Hate to jump around the place. We got a 56 Ford Thunderbird Johnny Lightning in the Gold Collection 2020. Hope I can get the hood open on this. It may not stay open. It's my bad. I should have opened it beforehand. But take my word for it, the hood opens. I just don't feel like dealing with it. You not gonna see much engine detail anyway, because it opens at an angle. It opens backwards, so it comes up like from this back, and it only goes like this far. So, and the engine inside is black. Interior is the only good contrast to this, and the what do you call these? And these right here. Shame to be so knowledgeable about cars and forget the easiest things. And it has a Continental kit, even though the wheel is black, and it don't really match these wheels, which I wish it had different wheels on it. But it does have white leather tires on it. I think it's Potenzas. Is that BF Good Wrench? No, it's Bridgestone. Bridgestone Potenzas. And I thought this was a variation called a Black Bandit, but it's not. It's just the wheels are like that. It would look better if the wheels contrasted with chrome, but this casting is very rare, so that's why I picked it up. And it's a Ford Thunderbird 55. Like I said, they don't usually do this casting. I'm gonna move on, and we're gonna get into the 55 Chevrolet 210 hardtop 235 from M2, and it's a 2018. The doors on this bad boy open and the hood. And M2, this is from the Cast Line series. This came out in 2018. More than likely, I got this from Walmart, which at one time, not too many people picked these up. I think because they were 50's, and a lot of people really weren't into them. Stock, nothing fancy. But basically it has the same body style as the 55 Bel Air. I think this is like entry level. And this is got that white contrast. I guess it's kind of like a tan. It's not brown. It's kind of lighter. So I'll say it's like a tan color on the body. And it got the same color scheme inside with the interior. And this M2 is very good at executing these cars. And this one has lens inserted headlights. I don't know if you can try to get closer. And lens inserted tail lights. Those are not painted. Thought they were reflective, but it looks lensed. Definitely looks lensed. And the fenders are separate pieces too. Very detailed, as you can see. Down to the hood ornament. The blue block. And the engine. And even a blue header on it. Look like it only has a single header. Very interesting. Next we're gonna go with another. We're gonna go with the yeah. Okay, sorry folks. Next we're going with the Racing Champions 1958 Chevrolet Bel Air Impala from 2020. Seemed like I jumped over the place though. And this only has the opening hood detail. Racing Champions has been owned by several people. I think they've been around since maybe I want to say the 60s or the 70s. And they've been owned by various companies, including I think Tomica. Currently, they're owned by Round 2, who owns Johnny Lightning and Auto World. And like I said, this is from 2020. This is actually a Chevrolet Bel Air Impala. Because Impala was a trim level of Bel Air before it spun off into its own car, make and model, I should say model, in 1959. The interior matches the body. What the heck is that? And as you see, this has like an orange engine block. Is that orange? Black air cleaner and look like black headers or black parts on the headers. It's got nice big white wall tires. Gangster white walls, as they used to call them. This one has painted headlights and painted taillights. So, seem like I'm moving kind of fast, but I know I got a couple more cars to do, so I'm going to try to speed up my time on here. Next, we got a 1950 Oldsmobile 88. Unfortunately, it's not a Rocket 88. I wish it was. And it looks similar to, from far away, you would think this is a Chevrolet. but it's not. Doors getting. We'll get there, folks. There it is. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Like I said, this is an Oldsmobile 88. And it says 2018 on the base, but I'm sure, yeah, I'm not sure when I got this. I thought I got it in 2019, but it says 2018 on the base. So I had it for a while. Most people wouldn't even pick this up because of the color. It's green. It's got this weird silver interior. I don't know if that's actually authentic, but being the M2 tries to keep things close to authentic when they do these brands, it might be true. I could see black or tan during this time in the 50s, but silver interior, that's very unusual. The hood was open, as we can see the block. I don't know what engine these ran, but usually they were under 300 cubic inches during this time, which is strange. The big cars were very underpowered, so that's why hot rodding came in, and they would take the biggest engine they could, stick it in these cars. Sometimes taking what they had learned in the military, a lot of veterans, and especially if they worked in the carpool, and they would beef them up and build their own, basically their own engines. Next, we have a Greenlight 1955 Chevrolet Bel Air. I know I jumped across. I should have had them grouped together. But this is supposed to be custom. Later, as you can see, it's been pretty much, because it's supposed to be gold trim on. I think they did it in 57. May not have did it in 55. But it's been simplified. Some of the chrome trim has been taken off this car. And it has a 2012 copyright on the base, but I think I got this car in I think it's from 2016. And I know I had this car since 2018, so it's just like a hot rod version of the 55 Chevy body style. With the flames, aftermarket wheels. I think those are torque thrust 2s. There's no opening features on this car, unfortunately. With that, we're going to move on. We got more to do. Next, we're going to do a 1955 Cadillac Fleetwood Series 60. This car has opening hood feature. Plus the engine is all black, so nothing really to see. I think this is considered to be a dark red. I think it's burgundy. I say it's burgundy, but car enthusiasts consider this to be dark, deep red. And it's got like a tan off-white top. The interior looks kind of off, like it's more red looking, but And like I said, this is a Cadillac Fleetwood Series 60 from Greenlight. 2016 on the copyright base. And but on the box it says 2019. So it has a box that you keep it in. So it came out in 2019, even though they've been using this casting since 2016. Yeah. This has an opening hood, lens tail headlights, painted tail lights, fender skirts on the rear, and pretty much stock looking wheels, man. I have another version of this too, but it's from the Greenlight Hollywood series, and it's from The Godfather. It's black, so that's the end of that. Next, let's do the 1951 Ford Crestliner from M2, which is a very interesting car. It's just being difficult. The hood opening. Wait, let's get it up here. Then we'll try to deal with the doors. Doors is being difficult. The door's open, but it's being difficult right now. With some of these models, the doors are stiff because they come with a display case. Sometimes, excuse my hand in the way. Sometimes the display case, I keep it in there. And with anything man-made, it has difficulties. So, as you can see, it has the two-tone paint job, black roof, which is kind of matte or flat black, which attracts all this dust. Wish they didn't do that. But it's a nice model, man. Look at all the chrome trim and everything. It's basically like a luxury version of a Mercury, two-door Mercury. Let me see if I can. So I got a pen. See if I can. I should have just left the doors open. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna worry about the doors. We're gonna move on. And I did say this on 2018, the Ford Cast-Line series. And last but not least, you got probably one of the most famous cars up here, because it was a star of a movie that we all probably have seen. I don't know, some of y'all probably haven't seen this movie. This is the Auto World 1958. Plymouth Fury 2017 is when it came out. One of my early purchases from Amazon. I think I had this one since 2018 though. Has an opening hood. Of course, this is Christine in the movie Christine. This is the fully restored version. And several other brands make a Christine, including Greenlight and Johnny Lightning. I think N2 does one too. But in my opinion, I even seen a Hot Wheels version. I think Auto World did it best. They captured the look of the car The wheels look correct. Just everything about it just looks authentic. Look at the chrome metal details on the engine and that engine bay. And I also have another version of Christine that I got last year. This is the partially restored version of Christine, which I got in 2020, early 2020. I didn't talk about this. I think Christine, I think the headlights are painted. Headlights and taillights are painted on both of these, I think. And you can see the attention to detail as far as they did the rusting and the aging and everything. All that is cosmetic. The lack of the hubcaps, the weathering and everything. We call it patina. It's professional term, but real nice, real nice. And so that's been, I'm going to call it the Fabulous 50's Auto Challenge. I said showcase, well, same thing. And like I always say, not the best diecast channel, but not the worst either. Motto of my channel, show a little love for the diecast. I want to thank the subscribers. And for the random viewers, I encourage you to hit the notification button, hit the subscription button so you can have access to all the content. Peace and blessings.